Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we return to talking about singer, rapper, and hip-hop mogul Kanye West, who recently appeared on Saturday Night Live this past weekend, and, well, he ended up not only wearing a red MAGA hat most of the time on there, he also ended his final performance with a pro-Trump rant, even talking smack about the liberal-controlled mainstream media to boot. That's right, it was pretty epic to say the least, and we're gonna get to the clips here real soon, but first, let's remember, this isn't the first time Kanye has made a pro-Trump splash in the media this year. A few months back, around April, Kanye was seen wearing red Make America Great hats before, even calling Trump his brother, and he had a meeting with the president too. And since then, Kanye's wife Kim Kardashian, she also met with the president, urging Trump to help secure the early release of a woman who had a life sentence for a nonviolent drug charge, which Trump promptly did and got taken care of, because our president gets shit done. Following this, even when urged to criticize the president by Jimmy Kimmel, Kim K refused, saying she has nothing but good things to say about the president, and seeing this celebrity power couple come out in support of the president has really been triggering the sad and desperate liberals lately, who are losing a lot too. That's why so many other news outlets and celebrities have been coming out against them, like John Legend, who tried to talk to Kanye about being pro-Trump. What an asshole. And much like how the media goes after Trump like their savage emotional beast, so too do they go after Trump's supporters. And Kim and Kanye have certainly seen a lot of backlash from this. Some have even gone so far as to call Kanye crazy and delusional and out of his mind, when really he's just seeing things clearly for once. Trump is good for this country, and he's good for America, and specifically, Trump has done great for black people, a particular cause which of course is close to Kanye's heart. And we all know the Kardashian ladies love black men too. They have been screwing, marrying, and making sex tapes with black men for decades, so it's no surprise they appreciate what Trump has done to help them and the rest of the country. Unemployment is the lowest it's ever been, for example, especially for blacks, and the Conservative Party respects this group much better than the left does too. Liberals treat blacks like children who have no authority and can do no wrong. That is until they speak their mind and step out of line from the Democrats. Then leftists show their true colors when they attack the same blacks they claim to be champions for. And Kanye sees through this double standard for sure. And you can see that in this day and age, the Republicans are the party of freedom, equality, fairness, and love. And the left is just a bunch of whiny, social justice warrior crybabies who are only interested in money and power. Speaking of the media and their reactions, let's take a look and see how they're spinning this pro-Trump rant by Kanye on SNL. And well, after doing a quick Google search, it looks like the lefties got their Soros-approved talking points on this issue, because they're all focusing on the booing, saying Kanye was booed for this speech, and the negative reaction from it. But I don't really see it that way. Regardless, let's go ahead and get some more information on this by taking a look at an article from People magazine called Kanye West's Pro-Trump Rant Gets Boos on Saturday Night Live. My God, says Chris Rock. Check this out. Live from New York, it's Kanye West, with some opinions to share. The Wouldn't Leave rapper, 41, wrapped up the season premiere of Saturday Night Live with a third musical performance and a lengthy speech about his support of President Donald Trump that did not make it to air. He started off by singing, "I wanna cry now. Black man in America, you're supposed to keep what you feel inside right now. And the liberals bully you and tell you what you can and cannot wear. Where you and they cannot stare. And they look at me and say, it's not fair. How the hell did you get here? Well, wearing a Make America Great Again hat." He then delivered an unexpected speech in front of SNL performers like Colin Jost and host Adam Driver, as some audience members booed. Actually, blacks weren't always Democrats, he started. It's like a plan they did to take the fathers out of the homes and promote welfare. Does anybody know about that? That's the Democratic plan. God damn, Kanye. Dropping some harsh red pills here, man. Well done. This must be really eye-opening for all the Kanye fans out there too. He speaks to them and they listen. And it's good to hear Yeezy is giving them a good and true message. Blacks weren't always Democrats, and the African American community was much better off before the current wave of liberal politics took them over. Back in the day before the 60s, 1950s and 40s blacks were actually well off. They married more and raised their kids and went to church and everything. They had actual houses with complete family units too. Back then, blacks would vote conservative as well. That was until the current Democratic plantation system took over. In around the 1960s, Democrats made a push to sweep up all the black votes by offering them tempting deals like free money, welfare, and affirmative action. And while these benefits sound nice and they certainly help in the short term, but going into long term, down the line, this is what ruined black communities. Democratic policies like welfare have ruined black families by incentivizing single motherhood, which eventually led to whole generations without fathers. And without positive male role models in a complete family unit, black communities have spiraled out of control, resulting in the ghettos and spikes in crime we see today. And I go over all this because this is the kind of stuff Kanye West was hinting at on SNL. He's truly a woke black dude who could actually do some good by waking up other people to these harsh truths. Unfortunately though, he's already being censored. As this article said, most broadcasts cut this whole speech at the end off, so no one would see it. Fortunately though, there are a few bootleg videos from camera phones and stuff out there, which we will check out here now. First, we got a vertical video which was taken by another comedian, Chris Rock, and put on his Instagram. I guess he was in the audience that night or something. And while I love this guy too, and I hate to say it here, but Chris Rock is on the wrong side of this issue. He just sits there laughing at Kanye like a dope while filming this.
Always Democrats. You know, it's like a plan they did to take the fathers out of the home and promote welfare. Does anybody know about that? That's a Democratic plan.
Again, Kanye is talking about the Democrats' new plantation plan. They lost their pro-slavery push during the Civil War, so their modern way of indoctrinating and gaining the support of blacks is to encourage single motherhood by offering them more welfare for it. And then, without fathers around, the black community is weaker and easier to control and manipulate too.
You want to see the sunken place? Okay, I'm gonna listen to y'all now. Or I'm gonna put my Superman cape on, because this means you can't tell me what to do. Follow your heart and stop following your mind. That's how we're controlled.
Yeah, it's funny how it's the liberals and leftists who try and control black people, saying if they don't hate Trump and vote Democrat, they're wrong and evil. And it's good to hear Kanye West stand up against this, because it also takes a strong, big-ass, amazing figure like this to pull this kind of shit off. If Kanye was a smaller, less famous rapper, the media would easily manipulate him by tanking his ratings, harming his sales, and silencing him by ending his career. Fortunately though, Kanye West is already very well established, and well respected and honored. Sure, people still call him crazy and out there sometimes, but that's also to be expected from many artists. Regardless, Kanye is in the perfect position to red pill black Americans here, because he's so well respected and almost unstoppable. Not to mention he already has more money than God, so they really can't take him down financially either.
They bullied me backstage. They said, don't go out there with that hat on. They bullied me backstage. They bullied me. And then they say I'm in a sunken place. You want to see the sunken place? Okay, I'm gonna listen to y'all now. Or I'm gonna put my Superman cape on.
MAGA hat as a Superman cape. I love it. And I also love and appreciate what Kanye's doing here. Despite having the whole liberal controlled media and the people at SNL, the show, working against him, bullying him about his MAGA hat and everything, well, Kanye has persevered, and he's made this shocking, thought-provoking, pro-Trump, anti-liberal rant, which could really change some minds out there. And isn't it funny how it's the liberals who are bullying black people for wrongthink, and they call us the racists, when really it's the leftists and liberals who are like modern-day slave masters trying to control their human property, when you think about it.
90% of news are liberal. 90% of TV, LA, New York, writers, rappers, musicians. So it's easy to make it seem like it's so one-sided.
Oh man, I think I'm falling in love. Do you guys think Kanye has been watching No Bullshit? Because this is the kind of shit I've been talking about for years now. And yes, of course, 90% of the news, the media, TV, movies, and music is liberal. And this does make things seem one-sided in public. And also, what I don't appreciate is when leftists assume this makes them right, or more correct and empowered. It doesn't. All this shows is liberals are power-hungry control freaks, who purposely dominate and flood certain industries with their left-wing garbage. And having more people say more dumb shit doesn't make you more right. That's mob rule, and it always goes wrong eventually, more often than not.
I felt kind of free. I thought this country said I could be me. I love me too.
Funny, and I noticed there's not much booing here in this video at all, not that I can hear. I don't doubt that there may have been some booing, but seeing all the articles lead off with this comment, I could tell they're just trying to focus on the negative here and discredit what Kanye said. And that's because what Kanye did was something highly positive and groundbreaking and red-pilling, especially for right-wingers and conservatives and Trump, of course. He's our guy, and that's why leftists are trying to censor his footage, and that's why they've cut it out of SNL altogether, out of this episode. The left can't combat our side with counter-arguments or logic or facts or reason, so they have to resort to deplatforming and censoring us. And this is another reason why having liberals control all the media is a bad idea, because they're basically Nazi book burners who delete, ban, and unperson conservative-leaning people every chance they get, like we're talking about now. Kanye's speech was cut from this broadcast here, and previously, actors like Roseanne were fired, and she was even canceled and pulled from her highly successful show because she liked Trump. Removing her and her conservative voice from TV was a big mistake, and people are waking up. And let's not forget about Alex Jones either, who was deleted from Facebook Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and more for being a conservative-leaning Trump guy. It looks like the left-wing censorship really never ends. These left-wing, Marxist, communist propaganda pushers and pro-censorship morons really need to stop. In the end, Kanye did another great thing this weekend. He supported our president with his MAGA hat firstly. Then he denounced liberals and their new Democrat plantation system, which uses welfare to bribe blacks for votes. And it's also been ruining black communities for generations. Not to mention, Kanye also called out the liberal-run mainstream media in Hollywood and Los Angeles. So, despite trying to censor him, it looks like Kanye's speech and message is still getting out there after all. And it could possibly spread further because the lefties are trying to hide it. It's the Streisand effect in full display, and it looks like the liberals will never learn their lesson on this. What do you guys think? Was Kanye West's pro-Trump rant agreeable to you? Do you think SNL should have cut it from the broadcast, or just kept it? And what do you think about Kanye's comments on Democrats, liberals, and the mainstream media? Comment your thoughts on everything below, and thanks for watching No Bullshit. See y'all next time.